Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tuesday. It is time for meditation, and today we are going to talk about something a little bit different. It's something very hard to do because we always feel like we need to be doing something, and if we're not doing something, we're not being productive, we're not, being human. Today we're going to talk about stillness and just being still. And we're going to tap into how hard that actually is. How do you just sit still? Even now that when I'm talking to you, I'm, moving. I'm moving my hands. I'm, moving my toes in my shoes. My head's moving. My mouth's moving. Everything is moving. And how do we just remain still? Even in moments of meditation, when we're just sitting, there's things that are moving, right? Our heart's moving, our heart's beating, hopefully still. Our lungs are moving, our breath is moving. So there's always movement, but to find stillness where the body can just rest and not move and not, fix your pants or scratch your arm or anything like that, to just let everything go and just be as still as you possibly can. And then reflecting that stillness also in the mind. So the mind is constantly thinking. We're always thinking about something, whether it's how we're breathing, how we're feeling, what we're going to do, what we haven't done yet, what happened yesterday, what might happen 20 years from now. There's always things going on in our brains, and the mind normally is never still. Even when we sleep, we're dreaming, right? We're subconsciously dreaming and thinking about things. And sometimes we wake up and say, what the heck made me dream about that? I haven't thought about, that person in 50 years, or I haven't, seen an elephant with a giraffe head ever in my mind, but I saw it in my dreams. So, things are always going on. The mind is working 24/7. So there's no way to make it still all the time. Just like our bodies, even when we're sleeping and we're resting, we're moving, we're tossing and turning. We might be having some movement there. So today we'll talk and feel that stillness, both in the physical body and in the mind. Before we begin, let's start some movement before we go into that stillness. So we'll start to move the body around. We'll obviously move the breath as we breathe. And then we'll see how it feels to just not move a muscle. Okay? All right, so let's sit up all nice and tall in our chairs. Stack your head over your heart and your heart over your hips. Let your shoulders relax away from your ears so we're not clenched or tight in any way. Try to soften this area, this space. Let the hands rest at your lap or on the arms of your chair. And let's start by taking some deep breaths. So from the navel to the throat, start to breathe in. Slowly feel how the lungs fill up. Hold that breath for just a moment and then let it all go from the throat back down to the navel. And pause for a moment there. And then again, inhale from your navel to your throat. Feel the chest expand as you breathe in and fill up. Pause with the lungs filled and then slowly empty. And then feel the belly expand as you empty into that navel. Pausing and then breathing in. Pausing and breathing out. Good, let's do that 5 more times. Breathe in. Pause. Breathe out. Pause. Breathe in. Pause and breathe out. Pause and then breathe in. Pause, breathe out. Pause with the belly empty and then breathe back in. Pause and breathe out. Good. One last time. Big inhale. Fill all the way up. Pause with the lungs filled and slowly empty. And pause. And then return back to your natural breath, breathing in and out as you normally would. And as you continue to breathe, let's slowly start to just loosen up the neck and shoulders. So we'll start with the shoulders and gently rolling them forward. They don't have to be huge, big circles, just a little bit of movement to soften up that joint of the shoulder. Get some blood flowing there, so we're not so tight or tense. And then change directions and roll those shoulders backward. Again, as big or small of circles as you'd like. And then we're going to come back forward one at a time. So almost as if, kind of like you were pedaling a bike, one arm at a time. Let those shoulders come forward one at a time. Feel a stretch maybe in your rib cage as you kind of crawl the arms forward. And then change directions and roll one at a time backwards like you're doing the backstroke. Good job. Come on, come back to center. Shake those shoulders out. Make sure they're nice and loose. And then drop them far away from the neck. Let's take one ear to one shoulder and allow the one side of the neck to stretch. And then change sides, ear to shoulder. Maybe we notice here the difference between the sides of the neck, which side feels tighter or a little more strained. Good, switch sides again, stretch the neck. Make sure you're still breathing. And then again, switch sides. Good, come on back to the middle. Let your chin drop towards your chest. Stretching the back of the neck, hold here. And then take the head back a little bit, chin towards the ceiling, stretch out the throat. And again, forward, chin to chest. And back, chin towards the ceiling. Good. Come on back to center. Give your head a little rock from side to side, maybe a little twist from side to side. Make sure the neck is loose. And then we'll get ready to relax. So go ahead, make sure your feet are flat on the floor. Especially important in today's meditation class that we're not crossing at the ankles or crossing at the knees. Make sure both feet are flat on the floor. So we really want to feel the heaviness in the feet as we move into that stillness. And then go ahead, lean back in your chair. You can lose that perfect posture. Allow the shoulders to come to the back of the chair so the whole back of the body is supported. And then let your arms rest again on your lap or on the chair arms, if you have arms on your chairs where you are. And let the shoulders again pull away from the ears. And then gently start to close the eyes. And feel the eyelids coming together as the eyes close. Notice if you're just gently closing the eyelids so they're touching each other, or if we're squinting or crunching. If you feel like you're creating those wrinkles in the brow, try to soften that up a little bit and just let the eyelids rest gently. As we sink back into our chairs, take a moment to notice the movement in your body as you sit somewhat still. Notice if you're moving your toes around at all, or if you feel like real fidgety and maybe your knees are moving. Notice if you're moving your hands or your fingers. And then notice that natural movement in the body, the movement of the breath and the movement of the beating of the heart. And the movement of the blood flow and the cells in the body. Everything's constantly moving within. Maybe you feel the grumbling of the belly as we prepare for lunchtime. Just take a moment to do that little self-body scan from the top of your head to the tips of your fingers and your toes. And notice what is moving. Just bring your awareness to your body and everything that's happening in this moment within your body. And then bring your awareness to your breath. And breathing in slowly, breathing out slowly. And finding that rhythmic movement to your breathing. As you continue to breathe, I want you to bring your focus to your feet. Again, recognizing one more time if there's movement in the toes, if we're tapping the heels, if we're moving the toes. And then begin to imagine the feet becoming very, very heavy. As if the feet were made of cement. You were cementing your feet to the ground. Begin to feel that heaviness in the bottoms of your feet. And the feet so heavy that even if you tried to move them, you could not. And feel the heaviness in each toe, the big toe, second toe, the middle toe, the fourth toe, the pinky toe. Feel all the toes heavy like a brick, secure and still to the ground. And bring your awareness to the ball of the foot, the arch of the foot, the heel of the foot. Begin to feel that heaviness there, as if there were tree roots attached to your feet, grounding you into the earth, bringing stillness to your feet. Allow your feet to be completely heavy and completely still. Feel the heaviness and stillness within the feet. Bring your awareness to your lower leg, from your ankle up to your knee. Notice the shin, calf. Notice if there's any movement in the calf muscle. If anything is twitching or moving at all. And then start to feel that heaviness in the lower legs. As if the bottom half of your legs was turning into a statue. Feel the heaviness from the knee to the ankle, and allow that part of the leg to remain still. Feel heaviness in the lower legs. And bring your awareness to the upper legs, from the knee to the hip. Feel the tops of the thighs, the backs of the legs, the hamstrings, the buttocks. And feel the backs of the legs and the buttocks firmly sitting on the seat, and start to feel that heaviness. And feel the backs of the legs heavy like bricks. Heavy like bricks in your seat. Allow the lower half of your body to feel so heavy that if you tried to move at all, you could not. Allow the whole lower half of your body to be heavy and still. Bring awareness now to your torso, from your hips up to your neck. Feel the back of the body as it rests against the chair. Feel the front of the body. And then allow the torso to become perfectly still, and feeling again that heaviness, as if you were filling up the torso with cement, becoming still as a statue. There is no movement, only stillness. Allow the whole upper body to be still. Bring awareness to both arms, from the shoulder down to the fingertips. Feel the arms heavy in your lap, as if they were weighted down. Allow the arms and fingers to be as still as possible. Feel your hands so heavy that you could not move a finger even if you tried. Feel the arms so heavy that they feel almost as if they were detaching from the body. Allow the arms to be heavy and still. Bring your awareness now to your neck and head. Notice any movement there in the face, the cheeks, the mouth, the nose, the eyes, the ears. And begin to allow the head to feel heavy, made of brick, made of stone. Let all the features in your face become still, as if you were turning to stone. Feel the hair on your head also becoming heavy. And feeling that heaviness of the hair sitting upon the scalp. Allow your whole body to feel the stillness within. Feel that stillness from the crown of your head to the tips of your fingers and your toes. The whole body is still. The whole body is still. The whole body is sitting in stillness. Bring your awareness to this feeling of stillness within the body and the mind. Note how it feels to have no movement happening. The goodness of just sitting and being. Allow yourself, your mind, your body to be fully in this moment, to be fully present in this moment. Allow the only movement that you're feeling to be of the breath. The gentle breath moving in and out as the body remains still. There is nothing to do and nowhere to be besides present in this moment. Allow all your cares and worries to be swept away. Allow the mind to be clear of all thought. Sit with this feeling for a few more breaths. And very, very slowly, begin to invite in movement back to the body. Gently wiggle your fingers, allowing the hands to become lighter and loose as the fingers move gently. Bring movement to the toes inside of the shoes as the feet become lighter. Let the head gently rock from side to side as we allow movement to come back ever so softly. Very gently allow the eyelids to become less heavy as we open the eyes. And then find again yourself moving into that nice posture in your chair. And sitting up straight, sitting up tall. And finding space in the chest and the lungs to take another deep breath in and out. Together we inhale and slowly exhale. Being still. Sometimes we feel guilty for taking those moments to ourselves. Being still, maybe reading a book on a patio or sitting outside or just on our couch, doing nothing. Sometimes we might just sit in a chair and gaze out the window, just being still and doing nothing. And there are moments in our lives where we know we need to get things done. We need to be places, we need to clean, we need to get the house in order. And then there's moments that we need to take for ourselves, where we just allow ourselves to be in stillness, be in silence, be present to the moment that you're in, enjoying the small little things in life, like the birds chirping or the smell of the crisp air. Being still is not an easy task. We always want to get up and move and feel like we need to do something. But taking a few moments in your week just to sit will improve your mental health, will improve your being, will improve your purpose in life and your awareness to where you are. So give it a shot this week. Take a few moments to just be still, whether it's after a shower or bath, maybe it's after lunchtime, maybe we take and write it on our calendar. Take 5 minutes, 10 minutes to just sit and be still. And then notice how much better you will feel. Just taking those few minutes to not worry, to not have a care in the world, to be present with yourself, and to learn how to be with yourself, alone in a moment, without any distractions. I hope you enjoyed the stillness that you found today, and I hope later throughout the week you are able to find that stillness alone by yourself. Have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next week, same time, same place.